101 Eagle Drive, where in 1996 Darlie Routier killed her two children, Devin and Damon Routier. Corner of Linda Vista, where Officer David Waddell pulled in up here. Directly in front of me is William Gorsuch's house. You can see Karen Neal's house and Nelda Watts' house over to the left here. But here is the Eagle Drive home. This lady doesn't want me here, so I'm going to try to be inconspicuous. Then we go down the alley. There's that back gate.
Began in the early morning hours of June 6, 1996.
Looks like they patched this alley up.
Suburb of Dallas.
This vent right here, this thing right here, Rich, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, for your guys' side, you can jump right up on that and lift up to that fence and fling yourself over that fence like it wasn't nothing. We're coming up to 75 feet from the house where the sock was found. Would be about right. It is right here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to jump out and get a good shot of that. I can't run it. Pam asked me to run it. I can't do it this time. So this is where Officer Tom Ward, look how skinny this alley is. Officer Tom Ward somebody missed, in my opinion. It's really not that far from the house. When I came down here last time, I didn't really walk it. Seatbelt on real quick. Cut the back alley. Remember, if the intruder escaped down this alley, he would have had to pass all these barking dogs. Now, he wouldn't go to the right because that leads you back into the plat. He would go to the left. This is not a very good escape route.
How can it be superficial when it's supposed to be in the medical report that we have that it nicked the cardiac nerve but didn't penetrate it?
I told him it was potentially dangerous, that it could have been that she was very lucky. If the wound had gone deeper, she could have had a very serious injury. But as it turned out, she was very lucky that it was not a life-threatening injury.
Dr. Santos said the wound to Routier's arm here was not typical of a defense wound, nor were the cuts on her fingers right here. He says normally you would hold your hands up like this to protect yourself from someone trying to stab you. He said that would result in penetrating wounds in your hand. not 2 small cuts here.
They may not be typical, but I think when we're through, I think I expect the jury to agree with us that they are defense wounds. He just said it may or may not be what he would expect.
In penetrating wounds in your hand, not 2 small cuts here.
They may not be typical, but I think when we're through, I think I expect the jury to agree with us that they are defense wounds. He just said it may or may not be what he would expect.
Santos also discussed bruising on Routier's arm, seen here the day she was arrested. Santos says he did not see the bruising the morning of the attack. He noticed it 4 days later at a checkup. Doctor said he did not believe the bruise was caused by the stab wound to her arm.
I don't like doing
It
this.
most likely happened days after her boys were killed.
You see the end of the arc right there. It's got a thing. The hell up. So, try to be inconspicuous. I don't want to disrespect this lady, but I really want the footage. So I'm going to walk up Eagle and talk. This house that I'm coming up in front of right here at 8317 was Mercedes Adams' house. She is the one who, when they released the house back to Darlie, she went in with her. And she's like, Darlie, is there anything you need to tell me? And she said, it's going to cost me a fortune to fix all this shit. That's her house. And right over here, just walking along, this is William Gorsuch's house. From that second window up there that you can see, Jonathan Gorsuch used to play with Devin and Damon, and he wanted to spend the night, but she wouldn't allow it. And you can see that there's a little gap right in through here that you can, Rich, this is what you were talking about. You can get right to that back parking lot from there, but you'd have to make it from that front door without being seen by Gorsuch. Gorsuch drove a red Nissan King Cab pickup truck, and he said that the night of the murders he had it parked right here. I'm coming up on Karen Neal's house. The nurse, Karen Terry, and Rebecca was a friend of Darlie's. She was a babysitter. You can see footage of them standing at the house with Domain, the dog, right there. And right here is these 2 mailboxes where she reported seeing a car. And then when she came out, the car sped away. That's what she says. This here is Nelda Watts' home. From that window right there that you'll see right there, she watched Darren and Darlie play with the toys from the fountain and, throwing them back and forth to everybody. So I'm going to walk down a little bit, and then I'm going to go right in front of the house. Right now, I'm not looking at it. There is another house. Rich says, whoever was knew the layout of that house. He said there's no house on that block that's laid out the same way as Darlie. Well, we got one right here. I don't know why it's all blocked off like that, but it's the same style, same deck on the back. It's all the same. $5714 is set up just the same way as the 5801. Who's getting barked at? Rowlett, Texas, June 6, 1996. I'm on the street where Darlie Routier killed her 2 sons, Devin and Damon. This is Linda Vista. And my about to walk right in front of the house. I really don't want to bother this lady. It really makes me feel bad, but I am on a public property and I'm not going to make a big spectacle out of things. Just imagine Waddell pulling up right here. Gorsuch saw all of it from that window right up there. He saw Waddell pull up, and Darren was out in the front yard. Waddell pulled up, drew his gun on Darren, and brought him back in the house. Supporters would tell you that Waddell let that intruder just walk right out of this house, out of the scene. Yeah, I know, buddy. Right. Good morning. Does Jonathan Blakely still live there? Oh, in that house? You don't live there? Do you live in that house? No Jonathan Blakely? I'm here doing a story on that house. You know about it, don't you? So it's really, being on the same sidewalk that Devin and Damon used to play on. Kind of touching. I know when the Rowlett Police Department had the car parked right along here. He's got all our blinds pulled, so. She can't see me.
Devin was the happy-go-lucky, center of attention type kid, loved
Right.
to laugh, very
Right there,
quiet,
beyond those two windows right there is where it's a beauty shop set up in there now.
not rough, not rough.
Darren had a shed right here, like that came all pretty much out into the driveway. Wow, 2 air conditioners. That gate's, you can see the gate. It's still kind of touching the ground. This right here is where James Cron stood, and it indicates to me that there's no intruder. He said it right there. Darlie's steam house is just beyond this fence. One thing that I could say for on the support side, as far as an intruder coming in and out, I pointed this out to Rich. I don't know, because I'm all for both sides. But this right here, see that bad boy right there? If you step on that, you can grab the top of that fence and you can grab that tree right there and sling yourself over. But up there is Darren and Darlie's bedroom. I really don't think this lady's home. I still don't want to be on her property. I want to go up to the front door so bad. I can't stand it. I'm going to try something when I get down here. But this sock is interesting to me. Wow. The last time I came down here, when I drove the car through this alley, one time the sock fell off the top of the car, just above this vent, just right there. And the second time, I did it 3 times. The second time it landed about right here. And the third time it was just about right here. That would be if somebody was running out of the house, the car would be parked along the fence. They take the sock off to get their keys, put the sock on top of the car and zip down this way. And there was also a big trash can right up on this thing right here. I think somebody missed the gutter. I don't think the sock was intentional, but Greg Davis seems to think that it was intentional. I want to make a quick walk and see how fast I can get there. Just a fast walk. Now, Barbara Davis came out here and ran this, and she said she could do it in about 26 seconds. I'm about 12 seconds right now. This is just me walking. Fat guy with a bad back. Can't leave no ladders hooked up on. Can't leave no ladders hooked up in Ohio like that. But Beja and Helena said that they saw someone the day of the murder pull into this driveway, and when they were looking in the garage, and they pulled out. And I'm trying not to alert that the dog. I'm gonna get a quick shot of this. I'm gonna head out of here. That fire hydrant is still here. It indicates where they played with the car, the little car, and you can see them backing in and out right here. That's the same fire hydrant. So I'm gonna make one more pass, and then that's my visit to Eagle Drive. You can see the area looks a little smaller than what you see on the news. The lady that lived in this home right here on the day that Darlie got arrested, Nelda Watts, this house right here. From that window that you see right there, that's where she saw Darren and Darlie throwing the stuffed animals in the wreath that were around in there, the toys. He would toss at her, and she'd jump up and down and cheer, and they'd throw it in the back of the Nissan. The day she got arrested, about 10:30 in the morning. And Darren tried to say that was Dana, but the woman swore up, she knew it was Darlie because of the blonde hair. they were having a little bit of fun with that fountain. See, ladies, Blakely doesn't live next door anymore, apparently, because they don't understand English, and she's kind of wondering why the hell I'm out here. So it's time for me. Just a house. Yes, ma'am. And we go over this one. I take a walk. It's time for me to get out of the neighborhood. Don't want to bother these people, for real. Karen Neal, that lives in this house right directly in front of us, is the one who took the dog and took baby Drake for a while. You can see footage of them standing here with Domain right there in the yard. I like the way they park. That's a hell of a way to park. I guess they can do that. I don't know why they couldn't. Right. Yeah. I'm going to Disneyland. I do believe the owner is out here walking her dog. Is that Coco and Chanel? I'm sorry, I know you asked me not to do this, but I talked to you on the phone. And so I made it. I'm just getting in and out.
Okay, I will call the police right now.
I already stopped in and asked them. And as long as I'm on a public sidewalk and I'm not on your property, I'm leaving right now anyway, ma'am. Thank you for making that home beautiful. Yeah, she don't like that. She just wants to own the home. But anyways, I'm out. She is calling the police. I'll be gone, but it don't matter. She's going to back up in the yard to her house. I hated to do that. I sure didn't want to run into her. Okay, enjoy that live. Got a couple more things I want to do here in Rowlett. One of them is not run into a car. All right, I got to set a GPS.